Good morning, all of you. I am Mr. Gurnath Chandra, Assistant Professor from Dr. Dawood Ibrahim College of Engineering, Karad. So today we will discuss about the heat transfer analysis problems solved by using finite element procedure. So earlier we have seen the structural problem like deflection of spring or deflection of stepper bar. So the approach is the same, but the behavior of the problem is thermal. Here we consider one dimensional thermal analysis of rod. So before that, we will see the concept of the FEA for the thermal analysis. So there is one element is given Ij with the temperature at I node Ti and temperature at J node as a Tj. Heat flow at I node is Qi and heat flow at J node will be Qj. So I node is at a distance of xi from origin and J node is at a distance of xj. So according to Fourier law, we know that heat flow rate through the rod Q is directly proportional to the temperature gradient dt by dx. That is Q is equal to minus Ka dt by dx. Now here the minus sign is due to the what? Temperature gradient is decreasing. That means temperature is decreasing across this thermal element. So dt by dx, we will see that what is dt by dx. Dt is the temperature difference, that is Tj minus Ti. dx is the xj minus xi. So dt by dx will give the Tj minus Ti divided by L. L is the length of this element Ij. So at I node we will apply this equation. So at I node Qi will be minus Ka divided by L Tj minus Ti. Now here K is a thermal conductivity, A is the cross section area, L is the length. Is equal to, now we will multiply this minus sign inside this bracket, it will give Ka divided by L into bracket Ti minus Tj. So similarly at J node Qj equal to minus Ka upon L Ti minus Tj. This will equal to, we will multiply I inside the bracket, that is Ka upon L Tij minus Ti. So the global equation for the thermal element will be matrix Q, that is heat flow matrix, equal to thermal conductivity matrix K into temperature, nodal temperature matrix. That is heat flow matrix will be Qj for this element at I and J node equal to K upon L. K is thermal conductivity, A is cross section area, L is length, into matrix 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 Ti minus Tj, that is nodal temperature. Now this global equation is looks similar or same to the F equal to Ku, that is force equal to stiffness into deflection. So the relevance is force is equivalent to the heat flow, A upon L is relevant to the K upon L, and deflection is relevant to the temperature. So we will see the numerical based on this thermal analysis of the rod. There is a composite wall is given, brick wall is there, and between brick wall there is insulation is given. Now insulation, purpose of the insulation is to avoid the heat flow across the wall. Now for the brick, thermal conductivity is given 80 into 10 raised to minus 3 watt per mm degree centigrade, while thermal conductivity of insulation is 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 watt per mm degree centigrade. Length of each element is given, first element 10 mm, second insulation 5 mm, and third element 10 mm. Temperature at left end, that is I node, that is the first node is given 200 degrees centigrade, and at fourth node at the fourth point, that is 20 degrees centigrade. That means temperature is decreasing from first node to the fourth node. We will represent this problem in finite element model. So there are three elements, that is brick, insulation and brick. We will represent this problem as FEA model. So element number 1 belongs to the first brick element, element 2 belongs to the second insulation element, and the third element belongs to the third element brick. The first element represented I and J node as 1, 2, second element represented by Ij node as 2, 3, and third element as I and J node as 3, 4. So we apply our FEA analysis procedure to solve this problem. So we will see the connectivity between this element. So there are three elements. For the first element, Ij node will be 1, 2. For second element, Ij node will be 2, 3. For third node, Ij node is a 3, 4. Now for first element, K thermal conductivity is given 80 into 10 raised to minus 3. Now in this thermal conductivity, area is not given. So we'll assume that unity area. That means area cross section area should be taken as a or assumed as a 1. So area in all the element we have taken or assumed as a 1. Length of first element is given 10. So Ka divided by L for first element will be 8 into 10 to the minus 3. Similarly for second element, insulation thermal conductivity is 1 into 10 to the minus 3. Area, cross section area is assumed to be as unity. Length given is 5. So Ka upon L will be 0.2 into 10 to the minus 3. Similarly for third element, conductivity of brick is 8 into 10 to the minus 3. Area 1 and length is 10. So Ka divided by L will be 8 into 10 to the minus 3. We will apply the Fourier's heat law, heat conduction law. This is a conduction problem. So matrix Q I Q J equal to K upon L 1 minus 1 matrix Ti Tj, that is nodal temperature matrix. So there are three elements. We will apply this global equation for the each element. So for element 1, we will calculate first thermal conductivity matrix K1. So K1 we have calculated as 18 to 10 to minus 3 into area 1 and divided by L as 10 into matrix 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Now this first element belongs to the ij node as 1 2. So column number we have represented as the 1 2 and 1 2. So we will do the calculation and we will multiply by 8 inside this matrix. So it will give 8 minus 8 minus 8 8. 10 to minus 3 will be common outside the matrix. Similarly for the second matrix, K upon L will be 2 into 10 to minus 3 into 1 divided by 10, matrix 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. For second element, thermal conductivity of the second element, the nodes are 2 3. So column number will be 2 3 and row number 2 3. Is equal to 0.2 minus 0.2 minus 0.2 0.2 into 10 to 3 outside the matrix. Similarly for the element number 3, K3, that is thermal conductivity, is Ka divided by L, that is 80 to 10 to the minus 3 into 1 divided by 10. Now this element belongs to the nodes, ij nodes as 3 4. So column number will be 3 4, row number 3 4. So we will multiply it by and we will see this global conductivity matrix for third element as a 8 minus 8 minus 8 8 into 10 to the minus 3 will be outside the matrix. Now we will find the global matrix by combining all these three element matrix. So global matrix will be of size 4 by 4 because this problem is one dimensional 4 node problem. Okay, so matrix size will be 4 by 4. So for first matrix, first element matrix, it has the location 1 2 1 2. For second element, the location will be 2 3 2 3. For element 3, the location will be 3 4 3 4 in the global matrix. So we will put all these element matrix at the appropriate locations. So for first element, we will put that first element matrix 8 minus 8 minus 8 8 at 1 2 column and row number 1 2. Now second element, we will put this matrix at row number 2 3 and column number 2 3. Now this point 2 and this 8 will coincide at the same location because they are at the same position. So 8 plus 0.2 minus 2 0.2 minus 0.2 0.2. Similarly for the third element, matrix is 8 minus 8 minus 8 minus 8. Now this 8 and this 0.2 will coincide at the same location because they are at the same location. So 0.2 plus 8 minus 8 minus 8 8. In all three elements 10 raised to minus 3 outside common the matrix. This is global conductivity matrix. This is element 1. This is element 2 matrix. This is element 3 matrix. Now we will see what are the boundary conditions given in the problem. Now we know that temperature at first node is given, that is 200 degrees centigrade. Temperature at fourth node it is given 20 degrees centigrade. Now there is insulation at from node 2 to 3. So there is no heat flow across the insulation. So Q2 will be 0, Q3 will be 0. So we will put this boundary condition in the global equation. So Q1, Q2 is 0, Q3 is 0 and Q4. So we have to calculate Q1, Q4 equal to, this is global matrix, global stiffness matrix that we have calculated, 10 raised to minus 3, 8 minus 8, 0, 0, minus 8, 8 plus 0.2, that will be 8.2, minus 0.2, 0, 0, 0 minus 0.2, this is 0.2 plus 8, that is 8.2, minus 8, 0, 0, minus 8, 8. Temperature T1 is given 200, T2, T3 we have to identify, and T4 is 20. So from this matrix we can form the four different equations. First equation, that is Q1 equal to first row into the first column. It is 8 into 200, 1600 minus 82, 0, 0. This is first equation. Similarly, second equation, 0 equal to 10 raised to 3 inside bracket minus 8 into 200, that is minus 1600, 8.2, 82 minus 0.2, T3, 0 into 20, 0. That is second equation. And the third equation, 0 equal to will be 10 raised to 3 inside matrix 0 into 200, 0 minus 0.2, T2, 8.2, T3 minus 8 into 20 minus 160. Q4 equal to fourth equation, 10 raised to 3 inside bracket 0 into 200, 0, 0 T2, 0 minus 8 T3 plus 160. So these are the four equations. Equation number 1, 2, 3, 4 that we have found from this equation. We will solve this equation number 2, 3, that will give the value of T2 and T3. So when we solve the equation 2 and 3, we will get T2 as 195.71 degrees centigrade and T3 equal to 24.29 degrees centigrade. Putting values T2 and T3 in equation number 1 and equation number 4, we will get the Q1 and Q4. So Q1 will be equal to 34.32 into 10 to the minus 3 watt. Whereas Q4 is a minus of 34.32 into 10 to the minus 3 watt. So this is the heat transfer conduction problem using FET procedure. We will solve this problem in ANSYS FETL as well. Thank you. So we will solve this problem using ANSYS FETL. We will model this FEA model in the ANSYS FETL. We will go to the preferences to select type of the problem, that is thermal problem. Okay. Then preprocessor, we will select the element type, add, we will add this thermal mass, that is the link element, conduction element. Okay. Then we will define the real constant, that is cross section area as unity, assumed to be constant for all three elements, that is 1. Area is 1, that we assume cross section area 1 as unity for all three elements. We will define material property. There are two kinds of material in this problem. One is the brick, and second is the what? Insulation. So we will define the brick element, thermal, conductivity, isotropic. So for brick, thermal conductivity is given, that is 80 into 10 raised to minus 3. So that is 80 minus 3. Okay. Now material number 2, that is insulation. For insulation, thermal conductivity isotropic, conductivity is given as 1 into 10 raised to minus 3. That is 1 minus 3. Okay. So we define the material property for the both elements. Now we'll create the FA model. In modeling, create, we'll define the nodes first. In nodes, in active CS. There are 4 nodes. First node we will assume it as a at origin x0, y0, z0. Second node, so length of first element is given, that is 10 mm. So the x coordinate will now change as 10. That is the length of first element. For node 3, distance is 5. That is 10 plus 5, 15. So x distance will also only change because it is a one-dimensional problem along x only. Apply. Fourth node, 10 plus 5 plus 10, the distance of that will be 25. Apply. Okay. We created the 4 nodes. I will create the element. So first element and third element is the brick element, and the second element with node 2, 3 will be insulation. So in element, we will go to the element attribute. We will see the real constant set number. So real constant set is nothing but cross section area, that is constant for all 3 elements. We will take material number 1 as a brick, and we will define element number 1 and element number 3. So in outer number 2 nodes. First element, that is brick element between node 1, 2, that we have done. Also we will create the third element which is same, that is a brick element with node 3 and 4. Okay. Now we will change the material as 2 because the second element is the insulation 2. We will go to the auto number through nodes, select 2, 3 node, insulation, and second element. Okay. So we define this now, FEA model. Now we need to apply the boundary condition. What boundary condition given? Temperature at first node is given 200 and temperature at fourth node is 20 degree. And the heat flow across two node and node number 3 will be 0. So we will go to the loads, define loads, apply thermal temperature on node. We will select first node to define temperature 200 degree centigrade. This 200. Apply. Again we select the temperature on node, so we select fourth node and we apply the temperature of 20 degree centigrade, that is 20. Now heat flow across 2 node and 3 node will be 0. So heat flow on nodes, second node, okay, heat 0. Again select on node, select third node, okay, heat 0. Okay. So we have applied the boundary condition that given in the problem in the pre-processing loads. So this is a pre-processing. Now we are to go into the second stage, that is a solution, solve current load set. Okay. So solution is done means the problem is solved. Now we'll see the result in general post processing. General post processing list results, nodal solution, DF solution, that is temperature at nodes, nodal temperature. Okay. We will get the result. Now first the temperature at first node is given, that is 200. Temperature at second node is 195.71 and temperature at third node is a 24.286 and temperature at fourth node is a 20. So these results are similar to the what we have calculated using analytical or theoretical method, that is for the temperature at T2 node and T3 node. We will also go to the plot results, contour plot, nodal solution, DF solution, nodal temperature. Okay. So this is a temperature plot which is shows that the temperature is higher at the first element, which is going to reduce on the node number 4. Here is the insulation, there is a temperature reduction is there. You can see the behavior of the element in this plot control, animate, deform result, DOA. The temperature behavior, thermal behavior can be seen by this animation. You see this element, plot control, plot control. Here you can see that there is an element, animate, this is the solving the thermal problem in FEA process. procedure. Thank you.